Right, I'll do a draw now. So randomly assign anyone a number, randomly do the numbers out, sort it out all the sheets, print it all out, and go right away we go. I honestly think that's one of the smoothest competitions I could have ever asked to run for. That'll be a fight on live stream in a minute.
On the stream table is Paul Cutler's in Cowboys. That's just a dream match.
So here we go with the evening session from the STRN Open with Beard Productions. We're coming to you from the Savannah up here in Whitefield, Manchester. And first up in the winners section. And this is the winners qualification match between Mick Hill and Sanjay Patel. So what's your predictions for this game? Sanjay's been playing well throughout the tournament. As Mick almost had a banana skin in his last round match against JJ4. Managed to scrape through that one after being 9-7 down. Came back to win that one 10-9. What are your thoughts? Michael Wilcock thinks 10 frames to 6. So Mick wins the lag and he's ready to go. My name's Nick Finn. I'm joined in the commentary by Rob Chilton. How you doing, Rob?
I'm good, mate, yeah.
Yeah?
Not bad.
Good to see you back in action.
Yeah. And me.
Yeah, for sure. The last time you and I were talking, I think Mick Hill was involved in that one, wasn't he? I think we were at his club.
Yeah, the money game, I think, was it?
That's right, yeah.
Clint and
Clint against Yannick.
Yannick, that's it, yeah.
How's things been with you since?
I haven't played since, till 4 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Chopped my cue in half.
Yeah.
Glued it back together, so I started playing again about 4 weeks ago.
Brilliant.
And to be fair, I've enjoyed it this weekend so far.
Yeah.
I'm gone, but
Yeah.
I got better each match, so.
Could you believe your price before it started? 6 to 1.
Not really. It was never right, to be fair. Not played for so long. And
Yeah.
different queue, and so no, it was never a value. Like,
Yeah, it takes a while to get back into it, doesn't it?
yeah,
So
especially
here
on
we
this
are.
table as well. The table's a bit awkward to play on the blue cloth.
Yeah, yeah. Takes some getting used to.
Yeah.
So, what are your thoughts on this one? Mick against Sanjay. Do you know much about Sanjay?
I know him really well. Yeah, I
Yeah.
used to practice with him when I was about 16, and Sandra's about 16. Yeah, he lived in Wolverhampton. He lives in Manchester now, so I've known Sand like 20 odd years.
Yeah.
He's a very steady player, but he gave up for a while. He started playing again, but I'm not sure of his standard now. But it'll have to be good to beat Mick. I'm not sure you can see that yellow.
No, I think he's didn't play for the kiss, obviously.
Yeah, it was a poor shot.
Yeah, I've heard good things about him. I heard he's a very, very solid player, but I mean, he's kind of... Just have a look at his earlier results.
Yeah, I think he had a good... Goes in his last match. I can't remember who beat now. Was it a match before?
Sanjay beat... he had Donna. Donna
Yeah.
Evans in the first round. He beat her 10-4. And in round 2...
Michael Rhodes did he beat? I think he beat Michael Rhodes, didn't he?
He did, yeah, 10-5 against
Yeah,
Michael. And we've just
yeah.
seen Michael on stream in the last...
Yeah, he played well.
Yeah, he did play very well, yeah. Good, solid player, Michael. IPA amateur.
Washy bash me up. Less about it, the better, Joe. But it's getting better. Don't you panic. Not
Yeah.
soaring the queue in half again yet.
Yeah, I mean, if you're competing after 4 weeks of practice, then, I mean, it's just like getting back on a bike, isn't it?
I hope so. I don't know whether the top red goes in the middle there. Does it go? No, he's got to play for the low one, so he needs to top it through now, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Mick had a scare yesterday.
Well, this morning against
Was it this
JJ.
morning? Oh, it was this morning?
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
last night.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was a scare. Go to jail.
Yeah, Mick played first thing. Played at 9 a.m. and he won that game. Played the prelim winner, Luke Wigglesworth. And then almost immediately went on against JJ. And JJ, I don't think was ever really behind in that game.
No, he's 9-7 up.
Yeah. And had a really good chance at 9-8 as well.
Yeah, he did. And at 9-all.
But JJ went through the loser section. He's still...
Still in, isn't he?
Yeah, he's still progressing through. He's played a really tough game against Wayne Dutton. And he ended up winning that one 7-6. I think he was 6-4 down. That was a 3-hour match.
How was he?
Yeah. 13 frames in 3 hours. Dean Shields progressed through against Ryan Davis, so we say farewell to Ryan until next year.
He's the young lad, isn't he?
Yeah,
Yeah,
put on a really good performance
Yeah.
last night. Really had Ben Davis under pressure for
Yeah, I saw some of it.
large parts of that game.
Sanjay was picking my brain yesterday about the break. See why.
It's funny, the last couple of days, this table seems to have been breaking really well, but then Lakin was struggling in his match against Michael Rhodes. In fact, both of them. There was a lot of dry breaks. So other matches just starting are going to be Adam Griffiths against Chris Dyson, Liam Dunster against Simon Fitzsimmons. That's a great matchup. Of course, Liam, one of the current world champions, playing Cy Fitzsimmons. I think Cy made it to
The final
against Craig Marsh of the Worlds. Ben Davis has been breezing his way through. He's playing Lee Killen. Matt Briley playing Partab Singh. Gareth Higgins against Clint. Craig Marsh is playing Matthew Schofield, and Craig Day's playing Jason Hill. So those are the winners' qualification games.
Can you screw back here and take the yellows in the middle? I think you can.
Yeah.
Not sure the top one goes, huh?
Doesn't look like it, does it? I saw.
Oh, it does go.
I saw a bit of the game against JJ earlier, and saw something at the deciding frame I don't think I've ever seen before. I think Mick was thinking about a shot for, well, it must have been all 5 minutes.
Yeah.
He was really struggling to find a safe place on the table. All the balls are open, but yeah. Bit of a wry look there from Mick.
Yeah, he tried to hold for the one in the middle or something, take the one at the top, but he's got into it too much. He carefully needs to land quite straight on the yellow now in the middle, otherwise it's going to be really awkward. Oh dear.
Yeah. Tough shot there, one that...
he's usually good at queuing over balls.
yeah, when you expect him to get. He's probably not quite been 100% at his best
No.
so far, but well, an 80% Mick probably beats most players in the
Yeah.
world. Doesn't he?
I think Sands needs to take finishes like this if he's got any chance at all. You can't afford to miss those.
Left this pretty awkward. Just got this.
Yeah, he'll cut it in.
Yeah.
I don't think he can hold for the yellow in the middle, but don't even try. I'm not sure he can hold. A bit thin. Yeah, he's benching up and down. Good shot. It's probably the worst place.
Yeah.
He's a bit shorter. He had a cross the wall. It'd be harder to cut the yellow in, but
Yeah. It's the double kiss now.
yeah, that's the trouble. He'll double kiss probably.
And there's too much traffic to
Yeah.
try and find his way up and down the table. So,
I'm not sure he can cut the yellow in the middle. If he could hold on the red, then he leaves himself a back double on the yellow, but I'm not sure he can. Yeah, maybe too thin. No,
yes.
I don't think it is. I think he can cut that in. Maybe thinks he can dig into it. Yeah, he pots it thicker than I thought.
That could have gone very wrong, couldn't it? A couple of balls heading towards the middle bag, but managed to keep them out. And now a chance for Sanjay. A little bit awkward with the red tied up on the side rail.
Yeah, I think he may be able to top this through though and leave himself the plan. Yeah, that's what he's done.
Yeah, maybe just too far.
No, I think he's okay.
Oh, he is okay, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a nice shot.
I've only got one eye, but it's a good one.
I forgot my glasses this weekend. I've been struggling. Nothing worse than getting halfway up the motorway to Manchester and realising you left your glasses behind and you've got to sit and look at a monitor for 3 days. Unwanted kiss there. It's still okay. You just cut this in. Still control the white. And now he's back in really good position. Played that nicely.
Yeah, he's played that well. I thought he was going to play it thin, but
Yeah.
potted it thick with side. It was a good shot.
So Sanjay taking advantage of Nick's mistake in that frame, and it's one apiece. Referee today is Viv Rusko.
No more miscues, that joke. Tried it?
No.
Know anyone who has?
No, I haven't. I mean, I've heard good things. I know we mentioned earlier a number of the snooker pros are using it.
Yeah.
Seen it used on TV a few times now. Seen before and after pictures of a table after a session with no chalk marks on the table at all.
Oh, right, okay.
'Cause it doesn't seem to transfer to ball or table. But
it looks quite. Is it like a grey colour I've seen on the tip? I've seen a few. It looks like it's like grey. It's really light colour, is it?
yeah, I think there's a couple of different colours. Yeah.
Yeah. Might try that.
Yeah, definitely worth a go. I mean, it's it's a fair, for a piece of chalk, it's quite expensive, but equally, it's I mean, a bit of chalk lasts for quite a long time, doesn't it? So
I've got one for about 10 years, I think. See the difference in the break there, the way Sanjay did the balls and the way Mick struck that
Yeah.
break. Just totally different strike.
yeah, all the power,
Yeah.
just the beautiful timing on the
Timing,
front
yeah.
ball, yeah. Sending all the energy through the back of the pack. In fact, I remember when we were doing a little piece of commentary with Darren when we were up at that game.
Yeah.
Darren said that everyone focuses in pool, everyone focuses on the front 5 or 6 balls just to make sure everything's touching at the front.
Yeah.
But he said the most important are the back 9,
ones, yeah.
because that's where all the energy
Probably
goes
is,
through. Everyone make sure that all the front ones are touching, but actually you need to make sure the back ones are touching to make sure the energy can disperse back through the back of the pack.
Mick's tried to find the gap there, but it's in no man's land now.
Yeah. Really don't see his options either. I don't know if he can. He's looking now to see maybe if he can turn this over. Other than that, he's just got a horrible plant down in the bottom corner. It looks there that he could just.
Yeah, the trouble with this cloth, it throws wide
Yeah.
before it comes back. It shoots out. Whichever way you play goes the other way, and it takes a while to come back. So I don't think he'll be able to nick
Over that distance, yeah.
Yeah, he won't be able to nick it. He'd go too far and won't come back quick enough.
great to see people joining us. If you have any issues whatsoever with the stream, we're across 2 platforms, I believe. We're on Facebook and on YouTube. So if you have an issue with one, then you can just switch across. We're Beard Productions on both YouTube and on Facebook. And if you haven't done so before, please, we only ask 2 things in return for this stream. Just go to our Facebook page and click the like button. It's Beard Productions on Facebook. And also, just at the bottom of your screen, you'll see a share button. If you would be so kind to click that share button, it just gets our exposure out onto your pages, and everyone can enjoy this great winners qualification match. So that's my sales pitch done. Mick giving this one a...
Yeah, it's just really tricky where that one red is there. There's the 3, the nearest one to the... this end out toward the black is the awkward one. He's tried to play it on the double. I think he may play... I think he's gone a bit far there. I think he wanted to put the red and then maybe leave the double into the middle. And then just roll the one in the corner and or screw it back and take the one in the middle, but yeah, he's looking at the double now, look. It's the only real way you can finish, because otherwise you can't get on that accurate. He'll just take it in the corner now and just screw it back a little bit. There we go.
And you feel Mick's getting this one.
Yeah, he's punching it as well. He's not studying it, he's punching it through. Shot.
Yeah, that's very nice. I think there's just enough room there to screw past the other red.
He may just stun it towards and take it in the middle.
Yeah, he can take it into the middle, yeah, of course.
There you go.
Yeah. Just top this through. And leave himself this regulation black. Regulation for Mick, anyway. And he's 2 frames to 1. So Sanji's had chances in a couple of the frames now that he's lost. There's another game at 9 PM. I'll find out who's going to be on that stream. And then I would imagine there's probably... Actually, I think that those 9 PMs are the last ones this evening. Then we're back on action at 9 AM tomorrow morning. And the plan is to play the final around about 6:30 tomorrow. Incidentally, the final is going to be streamed through Unilad Sport. So there's about 900,000 people that subscribe to Unilad who will get notifications. So quite looking forward to seeing what kind of viewing figures we get for that one. The loser of this match just trying to work out who they come up against.
Isn't it redrawn after this? It's the winner.
In fact, you're right.
Yeah, it's redrawn. It's
It
the winner's
is redrawn.
qualification. Yeah, it'll be redrawn tomorrow.
I was trying to work out.
Yeah, you'll be there a long while.
Trying to work out where they go into the draw, but yeah.
Mick's had a bit of a result there, sticking that red in front of that yellow over there. I think Sanj needs to pop this one in the middle, pop the other in the middle, and get straight on it out of the way.
Yeah, well, he's got that that ball on the top rail. If he can get over to the right hand side of it and pot it into the left, then he's kind of have another option for the next ball.
I thought he automatically got the angle. He must have the angle.
Yeah.
Yeah, he has. He's perfect.
Yeah. Oh, there's a kiss he didn't want. And that's gone horribly wrong.
Yeah, he needs to play the yellow onto the black now, so the black sits in front of the red and leave Mick behind the yellow. And he's got to defend it. He can't really look at going.
No.
Just play the yellow onto the black, and the black will hit the red half ball, and then just block the red and sit the white on the top cushion.
Yeah.
Or he could maybe have to get behind the black. So they may not touch. Is it touching the red? Yeah, there you go. He's opened it. He's not played that very well.
No. No. Left Mick this.
He should be a lot thinner than that.
Yeah. So Mick still with his problems in this frame. He's pushed another ball up into the top rail. A right turn of the head from him, as he does.
It's a little whingy.
Jordan Shepherd's still in the mix. He beat Adam Jackson earlier, convincing win 7-3 in the he had a really good game against Jason Hill earlier. He was 8 frames to 2 down, came back to 9-8.
How was it?
And Jason, I think Jason got a little bit fortunate to get it back to 9-all. And then Jordan was saying he broke the last frame and everything just sat there perfectly. He said he didn't even have to play a stun shot. Everything was just a roll-in.
It's a good job, because he struggles with stun shot, does Jason. Mick's looking at cannon this red onto the other red now.
That's no good. Yeah, and Jordan back in action at 9 p.m. There's a couple of results still to update on Q score. In fact, the whole of the second half of the losers draw. We'll see if we can get that updated and find out who else is in action at 9. You can hear the music starting to get up next door. We've got a Halloween party in there this evening, and then the boxing later on, so
yeah,
it's going to be jumping in there tonight.
Like he drifted a little bit.
Yeah.
Reverse shot.
I think that's just put it on a plate for Mick, isn't it?
Yeah, he's got to just make sure you leave yourself good on the next red so you can screw down and leave yourself half ball on the other red to cannon the yellow away. Oh dear.
Well, there's one for the scrapbook.
Could be a long night if he keeps missing them.
So what does Sanji do here? Does he try and leave himself an angle on the one in the middle to just try and bust into them?
I don't think he will. I think he'll pot one here and maybe then cover Mick's red near the black.
Yeah.
Just basically he's going to try and stop Mick winning the frame before he looks again. Can't believe he's played this. I don't know what he's played. Just put pressure on himself there.
Yeah. Can he double this yellow into the gap below the black and yellow and try and get something in there?
He's probably not best not trying to double it. He's probably best to double it off two cushions and maybe the black so the black blocks the red rather than try and cover the pocket, because if you don't cover the pocket he just leaves it open, so he's better off messing the balls up, so to speak, rather than try and cover the pocket.
Yeah.
It's a bigger area. Which I thought what he was going to do, to be fair, the last shot, I thought he'll just mess that red up down there by the black. I think he's still going game, he's trying to pot it and cannon into the red. And just handing the game to Mick doing that. There's a time and a place to like.
Yeah, I mean the thing is, I know he's trying to take the game by the scruff of the neck and you know, try and beat Mick in the offensive, but probably not wise at that point. You know, he's still got a ball tied up on the right hand side rail.
Yeah, he was asking a bit much there.
Yeah.
Mick had a terrible angle on that.
Okay, so we are having a few issues with the Q score. So I've got some manual results across instead. And Dean Shields was beaten by Dean Shields won against Ryan Davis, 7 frames to 4. Steve Wall beat Paul Selby 7-2. Chris Hampson beat Glyn Crook 7-5. Lee Clough took his temper after losing the previous match out on Brian Robinson with a 7-0 win. Gaz Royds went through against Ben Rowlands 7-5. And we won't say too much about the last match between Washi and
No,
Rob.
keep quiet about that. He's got to walk home now. He's walking home now.
Yeah.
Yeah, he played okay.
You gave him a lift up, did you?
Yeah, here.
Oh.
I think Sanjay played the shot that he should have played 4 or 5 shots ago, which is mixed ball up down here.
Yeah.
He's played a good one there.
Very delicate shot from Mick. He's going to try and double this back up and get some kind of cover over that red.
Yeah, I don't know what.
He was surely better off trying to hit it a bit harder than he was softer. Than, you know, at least he's got a chance. If he doesn't cover the bag, then
I
he
think he was
pushes the
better
red
off.
across.
I think he was better off leaving it where it was. There you go, he's left the gap for him. He's going to hit this hard and hit the black half ball and come out. There you go. He's in trouble again now, Sam.
Yeah, where the red is, there's no option for a skill shot either.
He has got one skill shot, which is the yellow there. You can screw it in and screw towards the black and use the black to knock the red in. Then he can just play the snooker. Or if he doesn't pot the red, at least the black will be in the area to cover the red.
Yeah.
And then you just go on the defensive again. I think he's looking at it now. That's what he should play, in my opinion. Anyway. Everything else is too tricky. Because if he plays the yellow at the top, Mick just bounces the red out.
Yeah.
And he's in the same situation again, so he might as well play this shot now. Comes the value in that one. He's got to play this one down here. There you go, he didn't get it. Seb's on the drink again. I have noticed it rolls off a little bit. Cost me 6 frames.
Got Cost you 6 frames.
6 frames, yeah. Yeah, that must have rolled off a little bit as well, because there's no way he's played it that side of the ball.
Yeah.
Yeah, mixing a double kiss this now, right in the jaws. Careful.
Oh,
That's rolled
goodness
back.
me.
That looks like he rocked back a little bit.
Yeah.
He's lucky that hasn't gone in. Well, lucky he would have been on the red anyway, but
Has he left the yellow in the middle?
yeah.
He's got it.
That's a good shot.
So just a matter of the one next to
He
the
must be
rail.
looking at the skill shot, because
And
he
yeah.
can't get out otherwise.
No. I think there's.
He can get it. He wish it was a little bit further away.
Yeah,
The black
yeah.
is a little close.
I think it's just far enough away. Any closer and it would be virtually impossible, but I think it might just go. As you say, you'd prefer it if it was another 4 or 5 inches out of the pocket. Would make it a lot easier. And does he have to play a deep screw here down to bottom rail to get across? Is the red in the way of the getting across there? I think it.
Yeah, he would have to screw off the back rail
Yeah, yeah. Screw straight back down
if
the
he wants to
table.
get, straight on it.
Yeah. So deep screw.
Yeah, he's played that. He's cued it
I
nice.
think he's played it well. In fact,
He used to bounce it.
Yeah.
Sometimes the cushions do get a big bounce on these.
that's come a long way.
The problem he's got now, when you want to play a skill shot like that, it's like a soft screw.
Yeah, yeah.
Where he's going to leave the white,
He's going to
he's
struggle.
a bit close to the cushion, so
Yeah.
it's a bit tougher to play.
Yeah, this has suddenly got very difficult.
Cued across that a
That
bit.
would have been a really tough ask to get a skill shot out of that, I think.
Yeah.
I would have liked to have seen him take it on, but that was a big ask. I mean, you certainly expect me to get these, but they're not an absolute formality, are they? He's
No,
dead straight on this red.
Because that black,
Yeah.
he can't.
It's hard.
If he's dead straight, he's got to just drop it in, and then
Yeah. Then he's got the long shot, and there's no way out past the black,
no. So he
apart from
may.
the gap you go through.
Yeah, well, you can possibly just pot it half ball, and then off the back rail, cannon the black, and then
Cannon
just
the
take
black
it in the
across.
middle.
Yeah.
Without softly. That's what it.
Yeah, he's played a safe.
No.
Well, not a safe, but a containing shot. He's quite lucky there that red's not just come out another inch, because he would have created a big pocket up here for Sanjay to back double this. He might take it on anyway. There is a gap there.
He's tried
He's
to
gone
cut
for
it
the
and
cut.
play it. Yeah. He's pinging up. Look at that there. That's turned a bit. That cue ball. Seb's right. I think he's not drunk. His eyesight's still there. Yep, I've gone Nosco. Oh, what's he done there?
Wow.
He's tried to play off 3. And he
It just went a bit wrong.
just a little. I'll see what he
Yeah.
tried to do. He tried to get on the other side rail so it was easy to get on the black.
Yeah, you could see him
But-
pointing with his cue where he wanted to go. Now this is a tough ask. I mean, the up and down, we certainly expect him to get, but
Yeah,
then
but
trying to land on the black is just going to be left in the hands of the gods.
Being crafty there, look. He's asking whether it's a total.
Yeah,
Because
Just to see if
it
he-
shows the gap, yeah.
yeah. See if he
So
can
he's
get
not
a ball
doing it
through
for.
there.
Wait, I don't know why he bothered asking. It's over the pocket. It doesn't matter if he's a total or not. If he's not going that way, does it? It makes no odds.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
It's caught the
oh,
black.
it's caught the black.
It's caught the
You
black.
know something? I'm certain that's turned. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. When it started off down, that looked like it was good.
So Sanjay,
Pepsi's
Yes.
watching.
yeah,
Pepsi,
Pepsi's
he's the man, isn't he?
Pepsi's been watching all day today.
He's the man, isn't he?
Yeah. So Sanjay's options are pick up the ball, put it behind the line and take his
Betty.
free shot.
Mick turned down 3 balls over the back. Petty wouldn't turn down 3 balls over the back. Petty.
That's okay. Always tricky those. He just had to make sure he played at the right pace. So Sanjay still firmly in this game. It's 2 frames apiece.
A bit of a shock of that.
Yeah, yeah. Mistakes from both players throughout that frame. It just shows that Mick is human after all. Sometimes you see him just reel on frame after frame and it's flawless pool. And you think,
Yeah, but it's tricky, see, because these cushions play. I've only been practicing, like as I say, I've been back about 4 weeks, but these play nothing like the normal green clock.
yeah,
Just
yeah,
absolutely the balls, the way they react, everything's totally different.
yeah,
And
yeah.
like even Mick there trying to judge that up and down. There's no slide on there at all. It squares up. And I'm certain that was online when he's hit it.
Mm.
And he's not hit it that slow either, so I'm sure it must be turning. But they are a little different to play on.
Sanjay's got a fan in the crowd. I think he actually works in the club, doesn't he? Am I right in thinking he works here?
He's what, sorry?
I think he works here, does he? Does he work here?
Yeah, I was talking to him yesterday. He said he does the tables and stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm.
So he's going to be the local favourite.
Seb.
So the winner will be crowned tomorrow evening, and the first prize is £2,500. And it'll be 2.5 plus whatever they might have picked up from the bookie if they've had a little bet on themselves.
Well, that bookie, the odds that he's giving, no chance. A bit of a touch there.
Yeah.
Who's was Seb's sponsor then on his hat? Did he have one?
He did have a hat on, but
Yeah?
I didn't see there if there was a sponsor. I wasn't looking at. I try not to avoid eye contact if I'm honest. I'm just joking, sir.
It's the most people you've had watching today then? But, you know.
I think we had last night we had just around about 1,000.
Oh, well,
and
that's good.
Earlier today, yeah, I think we were probably around about the 750 mark, something like that. It's going to be really interesting on Sunday to see what we get for the final with this
Yeah.
this Unilad. I mean, hard to imagine where it's going to go, to be honest. It's maybe a few thousand.
Yeah, it's good. Seb's gone now. Seb's gone now. Seb was in.
I know.
How would you get with Seb was on?
Well, you'd double it, wouldn't you?
Oh.
Easily. It'd probably be,
Millions?
well, yeah, potentially, yeah. Yeah. I mean, it could have been good for Unilad. They could have doubled their subscriptions.
Pepsi. Hi, Pepsi. Top man. Sandy's up against it here.
To be fair, Hassan did play well against Seb, and Hassan then went over and did the job on Jack Whelan after Jack was 6-3 up. Hassan came back to beat him 7 frames to 6. So the young 17-year-old marched on into the next round. Great to see these youngsters in this comp 2 15-year-olds, a 17-year-old. Super to see the up-and-coming talent.
Yeah, it is good. A bit fearless as well.
Oh yeah, for sure.
They go for a lot, but it comes off, it comes off.
Do you know, I was surprised in both games last night with Kean and Ryan that they were quite level-headed. You know, they weren't just blasting everything. They were really playing some measured pool, showing experience beyond their age. So Sanjay having to measure this one.
Hi, Dom, top man. Yes, Gaz will be playing a few tournaments, more than a few, hopefully. Q's back out, glued back together.
Ridiculous.
Sure, Sanders' plan of attack here.
For anyone who wants to see what the draw is and who's left in, then you can head across to qscore.com, click on live on the banner at the top and follow the links to the STRN Open, and you'll see the full draw and all the results to date.
Yeah, Partab's playing Max. Not sure who.
Yeah, Partab's in action now against Matt Briley. No score through.
No scores on there.
The guys have been struggling a little bit with
The live scores.
the live scores all day. Yeah.
Mix to it. Play this plant with red and yellow together to double kiss it back out. So it leaves the pocket open. I think this goes straight. Can't believe he's played it that way, but he's happy with that result.
Yeah.
I wonder if Sandra popped the yellow in the corner and stunned the black over towards the yellow. And then move his 2 yellows down the bottom. Sure what he's thinking. Yeah, if he pops the yellow in the corner and stuns into the black and knocks the black near the yellow,
Yeah.
boy, he basically gives him another shot, because after this shot, Mick's going to clear it whatever happened.
Yeah, yeah.
I know he can cover the pocket and block the one pocket for the black, but
Yeah, that's not going to stop Mick, is
no,
it?
he's got the red out. Yeah. See, I don't know what his plan of attack is here.
Well, I can only imagine he's going to play this and try and screw down and disturb these balls at the bottom.
Cannon
But
both those balls out.
I know.
You're a million, really. Firstly, the one won't move because it'll just cannon into the red.
yeah. Well, I mean, they're both kind of jammed anyway. Even if he pots one, the other one's going to stay there, isn't it?
Yeah, and he's got to land on it. He's only got he's putting the ball over the pocket. No, he's a million here. Can't believe
Do you know
it's
what?
come out like that.
He's had a result.
He did absolutely perfect, to be fair, but
I mean, hats off. That was a
it was a
great
good,
shot.
yeah, it was a great shot to hit them both together. But
That's a high risk shot.
he was just so. Yeah, he's perfect now. Just screw past the middle pocket.
I'm kind of surprised he's played it.
I thought he had enough. I thought he
Yeah.
was straight enough just to screw down.
It did look that. Yeah, it did
He's
look
got
that
to play
way.
a shot now to punch it in and come back.
Is he looking to drift it in and just leave the white over that side of the table for a long black? He is.
That's very true, Simon.
And he's
I
played
do
it well.
understand that.
But he's got Hamper queuing now, and this is a
Yes, I mean,
horrible
this should
black.
be so much easier. This should. You always had. Who, me, Mort? Never. Never.
So there was a shot in the middle of that. That absolute cracker. Shot of the tournament for me so far.
Mick's played another cracker there.
He's making hard work of it at the moment, isn't he?
Yeah. This could go anywhere. There you go. Using the knuckles now as well.
There we go. And
Yeah, Sand's got, he played that shot there and then he's made a right mess.
did everything.
Yeah.
Did everything apart from just finish it.
For those balls to come out like that, he's so low,
I couldn't see. Every time I went down for a shot, like Sonic's eyes would just come over mine, and I couldn't see shit. I lost so many frames while laughing. Oh god, there was about 11 nerve shots flying out. Anyone who was in the table was just shooting them in the face. It was, you know what, it was really good fun. Yeah. Like now, like when Dave left, every count, Dave
So Sanjay still in the game, just 1 frame behind. 3 frames to 2. I can't imagine when Sanjay started this, he would have thought he'd have had quite so many chances from Mick.
No. And Mick's been poor, to be fair, so far, but Sanjay just hasn't capitalised. He's played some strange shots, to be fair. So has Mick.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you really should try yellows, but the first shot is the key shot.
He's got it.
Yeah, good shot.
Here we go.
So looking at this now, it should be a formality.
Yeah. See, I wouldn't be leaving that yellow in the middle to the last ball, because if you don't finish straight on it, if you don't finish dead straight on that yellow in the middle,
Yeah.
you're awkward. So I'd have left that one when he just potted, the last but one, and then left the long yellow. But see where he lands. He's played it well. Now, if he lands short on that, it's really tricky.
Yeah.
Would have been a good match 20 years ago. Not sure about that, guess. Maybe 31 years ago when Mick was 7. Now, Sandra's a good player, but Sandra's very good, but Mick's, you know, different levels, really.
3 frames apiece. He's holding his own.
Yeah. So you have to take those out.
Yeah, it's a nice clearance.
Exactly, Kit. He was 8. He was about 25 then. Martin's after some scores. We've got Steve Martin's 5 each was Christopher Hatton.
Yeah, that's about the only one
I think that's
updating.
the, I think that's the only match left to complete in the loser's side, I think.
Yeah.
Who's Fitzy playing? I can't remember. Who's Simon playing now?
Simon's got Liam Dunster.
Liam Dunster. Cheers, Stephen. Top man.
Mick makes one of the last balls moving on the table, which is always good, and you'd think that he'd be taking yellows here.
Yeah.
So he's just working out his route. I mean, he's got the issue of the yellow in the kind of centre of the cluster. The one due right of the black. Clever little shot just to open things up. Just move the black and reds out the way, and that's opened a path for that awkward yellow.
Yeah, if he cuts the yellow back here by the red, you'll see him try and cannon onto the red probably. He's going the other way, he's potting the yellow and cannon into the red or yellow. He's cannon the yellow. It's about perfect.
And it's these kind of situations where Mick really does excel, where other players maybe left behind. I mean, he just sees that out and he's just able to execute it in the exact way he's seen it in his mind. Whereas, you know, lesser players, they just run out of position slightly and they have to change the plan. I would imagine this is pretty much how it played out in Mick's head.
He's over it, that.
Yeah, that's flown. That's flown.
Still okay,
It's,
just screws across.
Yeah.
But he wanted that last for the black in the corner, in that corner, so.
Yeah, no drama.
Just screw past the middle pocket, probably. Punched it.
It's okay.
He's up the tempo a little bit. You can tell he's trying to go a little quicker on the table.
Yeah. So another mention to our sponsors, to Town Tips, and to qscore.com, to Unilad Sports, and to Kamui, and to theraka.co.uk, and also to the guys who supplied all of the boards, the hoardings that you see advertising those brands, and that's screen2print.com. So if you like what you see, then screen2print.com are the guys you need to speak to. Weird Beard Productions. My name's Nick Finn, I'm with Rob Chilton. We're watching Mick Hill against Sanjay Patel. If you haven't already done so, please do go across to the Beard Productions page and give us a like. And also, if you'd be so kind to share this video. Dry break there from Sanj, and you kind of fear the worst for him now. You feel that Mick's got over any little niggles that
What's he done there?
Wow, as I was speaking. Oh, it's flown away. He's still got this one in the middle.
both yellows in the middle, isn't he?
Damien hit the nail on the head there. Commentator's curse. It was. I've cursed a couple of people today. In fact, earlier on, I chalked someone up for a frame win, and then they miss a black. I was just saying that Mick seemed to be hitting a second gear just as he ran out of position on that shot earlier, but it's made no difference to him.
I think this table will help him with this situation because it'll just go square instead of sliding away.
Just
I think he can just bounce it across twice.
stepped away from the table.
Just check it. Yeah, I think he can check it twice. Is he loading up? He's loading up, stopped it.
This is going to be a challenge still. His natural angle looks like it's running into these two yellows, these two reds on the right hand side.
I think he can avoid him, but it's just the pace of the cue ball trying to stop it. The black in the corner, I think he can. I think he's milking it a bit.
You think he can play it with left hand side and it doesn't need to?
No, I think he's okay, natural angle. I think he's milking it.
Well, when he was queuing up there, he was definitely putting left hand side on it, which makes it an infinitely harder shot.
That's just thinner than I thought. Yeah, it must be thinner than it looks on the screen. Because he does ping off the cushion, so he could run away with it. What's he loading up with? Yeah, he's loading up with left.
Oh, this makes it a much tougher shot.
Yeah, see, that's what's made him miss it. Problem with the side on these cloths, it throws the other way so much before he gets to the ball.
Yeah.
So he's hit there a lot thinner than he wanted to.
Yeah.
It's so difficult to judge on this cloth when it doesn't normally do that.
But when you're playing the opposite side, it makes it just so much harder anyway, doesn't it?
Yeah, he just seems to throw so far wide first on this cloth, and he doesn't get time to come back the other way. That's what's happened with that. He just threw wide first.
So just playing a safety shot there, but do you know what?
Is there a gap?
I think there is.
Never.
Makes sense for a total. And, well,
yeah, it's a gap. Unless he's jumping it.
Viv's not checked it. Viv's not checked it. Viv's not got a ball out to check the gap.
Yeah, it's a tough shot from there.
So, free shot, plus visit to Sanjay. I guess you'd just be moving the ball on the side rail.
See, Sanjay's like an old school player, really. He wouldn't even surprise me if you put the white on the top rail and clipped off the yellow, so the yellow goes right on the top cushion.
Oh, really?
And then he's got. Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah. Just to get that,
if so, what?
Just to get that safety
if
net
not,
in there.
why wouldn't he just play off the red where the white is there?
Yeah.
He may do, he may not, but I know he used to.
Yeah.
Because that's the way he used to play. Look, he's looking at it. Look, see?
Goodness me.
Called it. See?
That's a
Called
great
it.
call.
Called it. I reckon I don't know what I'm talking about. Huh? See that? That.
So I think
because,
99% of black ball players would have just
that.
left the white ball where it was,
bumped it off, yeah.
Pop the red out, and every ball's in the open.
Yeah, but
he just wanted that insurance policy.
Yeah. And is it the right shot?
You can understand it. You can understand it.
I play that shot sometimes as well. Yeah. That's the way, because years ago when it was the EPA rules, they did play like a Blackpool a black ball form.
Yeah.
But because the players who play now, they probably never played it that way. They're so out aggressive, they don't even think of that. They're just like, oh, I'll just pop the balls anyway.
But you kind of think his only banana skin on the table is the one down the rail, so why not get it off? Because if everything's in the open, a player of Sanjay's quality is not going to miss that clearance.
Yeah, but you're taking off that pressure though, where that yellow, isn't it?
True.
You're just taking the pressure off that ball down the rail.
Yeah, yeah.
Now, is that less pressure now there than it would be if you had an easier finish with the yellow sticking out of the pocket?
Yeah. You
know. Some people think it's the right shot, some think it's wrong, but
yeah, I don't dislike it at all.
Yeah.
But,
he'll probably end up rattling it down the rail now, won't he, that shot? Is he a bit straight, hasn't he?
I think he should be okay. I mean, he only needs to.
Yeah, but he could come back to haunting this if you rattle this. He's got to put some pace into it. He's making sure he's playing it for the middle up. There you go.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure he's on it.
I think he is, yeah.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
I'm not sure, you know.
Well, he's loading it with.
Oh, loads of side. Yeah, he wasn't on it.
He loaded it with left-hand side just to turn it round.
Yep, Shepherd's still going.
Even £25 a person or so, and then just go for a night out afterwards or something like that.
That was a nice clearance.
Yep. They paid it in the end.
Very gettable, but yeah. Yeah, Jordan is still going. He's not actually currently playing. He's on at 9 o'clock. He plays Dean Shields. We will be streaming one of those losers round games. I'm not quite sure which one yet. I don't know if they've decided. There's a few decent ones in there. Gaz Hibbert, of course, in the losers section after going out to Craig Marsh in the first round. And since then he's come through this morning. He beat Greg Batten. He beat Greg Batten 7-5 and then Mark Madonna 7-5. And he's in the losers round 4 against Mark Hopgood. I saw the bookie offering 11 to 10 for a non-English player to win, which I thought was pretty skinny given the quality of, yeah, for a non-English. When you've got Mick still in the field, Clint still in the field, Hibbert still in the field. So
basically Hibbert, Mick and Clint. When you've got obviously Marsh, Davis and Shepherd, haven't you?
Yeah.
Obviously there's a couple of Scottish lads as well. You've got Liam's in there.
Liam Dunster, you've got JJ as well.
JJ, yeah. Lee Killen as well, isn't there? Still there?
Yeah.
Obviously Lee Clough as well. First tournament back for a while, I think. Still in?
Yeah, Lee Clough's still in. He won his last game 7-0. We saw him on stream earlier today, playing against Clint. And,
yeah, you're right, Joe. Craig Day's never a bookie. But he's done it.
Yeah, he's stepped up.
I'm not sure how many bets have been taken, but
I think he's taken a good, a good few.
Was he?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I mean, probably nothing like the kind of money that Jed's going to take. Running the match betting as well.
Yeah, the
with
match
people doing
betting.
accumulators, which is, you know, I think that kind of makes a tournament if you can have a nice little three-way accumulator there, or four match accumulator, just to keep an interest in the game.
Yeah, it's good. I had a couple of
But,
bets. I never bet, and I bet at the last the amateur one in Stoke. I bet the players. Yeah, I had a couple of bets. I never normally do.
No, it's great fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, Craig stepped up to it. Absolutely right. I mean, he's not a bookmaker, so he's here. He's taking people's bets and he's having some fun. And whether there's value or not in a book, it just gives people interest, even if they only have a 5 on a 40 to 1 shot. It gives them an interest, an extra added bit of fun throughout the tournament.
Yeah, it creates a bit of interest. It's good.
Yeah. But if you want to bet, the man you want to speak to is Craig Vegas Day on Facebook. So if you search for Craig Vegas Day, and he will take your bets. In fact, I would imagine he's probably got the bets updated on his page. So Sanjay,
Yeah, she's tough now.
still with his work cut out here.
I think he needs to go for the one at the top, really.
Yeah, I mean, he's not going to get on it much better, is he? That's the thing.
No, because if he plays, he needs to cannon the ball out. If he wants to get on the one at the top, he needs to cannon the red away to leave himself an angle to get up there.
Yeah.
But if he lands dead straight, he just...
If he leaves that yellow to last, then
I'd leave
he's
it
going to
to-
struggle to get on the black.
I'd play this now than the yellow.
Yeah,
And you can leave yourself the cross double on the black if you land dead straight.
yeah.
You know, I don't think there's another way of going, really.
That's a great shot. Yeah, super.
This is what I think he'll do. I think he'll cannon the red away.
Yeah. Yeah, he just needs to hit
And
the...
he'll probably land dead straight, so he can't do nothing to the cue ball and just leave a back double on the black in the middle.
Yeah. I mean, he doesn't have to hit this with any particular pace. Just needs to just play it firm. Any contact with the red, if he hits the red direct, then you'd think he would leave himself a shot in the yellow.
Yeah, he can't catch it half ball on the left-hand side, otherwise
Yeah.
he could bounce back in front of you. As long as if he cannons a red half ball, it'll cannon the yellow after he's hit the red, so he'll still be on it. That's probably his best result. If he cannon the red and then the yellow half ball, it may then create an angle to get on the black.
Yeah. So just playing the gap, basically between.
Yeah. So he hasn't hit it hard enough.
No.
You either hit it harder or you hit it the red a bit thinner, so it then cannons the yellow.
Yeah.
There's a million now.
Chris Ross is the same, innit? Like, he's the guy everyone wants to beat because I'd love to shut him up. I bet.
Correct, Nos, go. See, a lot of players, I play a cannon and just think, oh, as long as I hit it, I'm on it.
Yeah.
But you have to play it in a certain way. I said you hit it half ball this side, it then cannons the yellow as well. Or you play it harder so it runs through the red. You just like virtually rolled it into it.
I was always in control. It's almost like when you're on Facebook, it's selling yourself, it's making yourself the enemy.
Yeah, now it's frame at mixed mercy.
Chris Wells does it very well.
He's just looking now to see whether there's plants in the middle. I mean, it's a...
Yeah, it plants easy.
Yeah.
So you'd like to play the red there by the two reds at this end of the table by the yellow. You'd like to play that one thick and then just cannon the black to make the black a bit easier. Can you hit it thick enough? You may not be playing, you may just be potting it. playing safe.
It surprises me a bit. He seemed to have the angle just to.
Well, he does. He does lately like to play like the snooker rather than just go from where they land.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's probably waiting for Sanch to put the yellow safe and then go, or obviously get a free shot and go. But he's probably looking for Sanch to hit it and put it a bit safer. A lot of the lads just go there, just go game.
Yeah.
There's really no need.
So we've now got some scores coming through from the other games around the room, which is good news. And Adam Griffiths is 5-2 up against Chris Dyson. Liam Dunster and Simon Fitzsimmons are locked together at 3 apiece. Lee Killen is leading Ben Davis 4 frames to 3. That's pretty much in line with how Ben's gone through the rest of the tournament. He seems to have gone behind in every match. I know he did against Ryan Davis yesterday. He was 4-1 behind at one point. And also I think he was about 5-2 down when he played Ian Martin earlier. He came through both of those games, so he'll be looking for a bit of a comeback. He's only a frame behind. Matt Brearley, the robot, just doing what he does. He's very, very consistent player. 5-1 ahead against Partab Singh. Gareth Higgins in action against Clint Ianson. Clint's currently leading that one 6 frames to 4. Craig Marsh playing Matt Schofield. He's leading 7 frames to 3. And Craig Day and Jason Hill. Craig's leading 4 frames to 3. It's a bit of a clash of the bookies there. Jason's Craig's fill-in when Craig's in action. He takes the bets. Jason and Craig both locked together in a battle.
I think Nick's playing the snooker again here. I think he's just bumping the red out and leaving the white on the side rail. That's what it looks like anyway. There you go. Little fudger. Just trying to make the... Is that jealous shouting for Sanjay? Is he? Nah, it can't be. Can't be. He'd be winding Mick up if he's shouting for him.
Wow.
I'm sure he tried to do, but
yeah,
he might as well just bump the black out.
Yeah, it won't make any difference. He's
I just think he's trying to make it
just trying to make it a bit
too easy.
Yeah. He's just held on in time. Another inch of pace, and he's been struggling with that one. It just dropped. And now it should be plain sailing. Thanks to JJ watching on. Glad you enjoyed the stream. We're enjoying the club. Sounds like the party's banging next door as well. So another frame where Sanjay had a really good opportunity. Mick's going to take this one. And he leads again 5 frames to 4. Did look like Sanjay had a good chance there.
Yeah, it's 5-4. Yeah. Sanjay's had a sniffing practically every frame that he's lost, I think.
Yeah, yeah.
I think he'll be happy. I think Mick's happy that he's 5-4 up.
Yeah, Pat asking why some players have forfeited their second life. Well, you'd have to ask them. I think certainly in March, and I think he said if he didn't go through on the winner's side, he had his best mate's child's christening, so he just wanted to get away for that. The other one was a bit of a mystery because the other one was Dale Redmond, and Dale lost only narrowly to Cy Fitzsimmons earlier.
I thought it was a close match, yeah.
Yeah, 10-9. And
he probably lost in a sick way and he'd had enough problems sometimes.
Yeah, maybe, yeah.
Well, if he's throwing the match away or something like that, then it's 2 years ago I'd have been up the motorway last night as well. Had a shadow of a doubt. I'd have been gone, long gone.
It's not that long a road back though through the loser's side, is it? In this format, it's only,
no,
four matches.
4 to 5, yeah.
Yeah.
I think Sands may have to play a couple of doubles here if he's going yellow.
I turned up and in the end, he didn't end up happening in the end of the match. I said to both,
He's played a poor one there. Needs to be another at least foot up the table there. Does yellow pass the red in the middle?
I can only imagine it. The fact he's played that shot, I'd say, surely must.
Not too sure.
exactly where it should be. It'd be the equivalent of you swiping your arm across the table and the ball falling back where it started. So, like, it doesn't matter.
That's the way he's playing it.
Yeah. Looks like he's just going to try and nudge the red away.
He's actually clipped the red before it's gone in.
Yeah.
If he hadn't clipped that red there, I think that yellow would have gone in off it in the middle. But now I don't think he goes in there now, so I think he's got to double that. Not sure about that shot.
Yeah, work cut out again.
I think he's looking at 3-ball plant after putting this in the middle. I'm not sure about that.
Yeah, another high risk.
Got to play this absolutely perfect.
So what you're looking to do, you're looking to hit the
hit the red kind of
sort of half
three-quarter
ball, yeah.
So it moves away, but you can't hit it too hard because then the yellow will bounce back across and go in front.
Yeah, yeah.
Be blocked out by the red. It depends on he may smash it. See,
yeah, and even if he got it, he was going to be in no man's land.
I think there he could have cut the one in the corner, what was over the pocket, then played the double. You know, the double was far easier than that shot.
Yeah.
He was guaranteed to be on the other yellow.
Yeah.
So I don't understand, like.
So again, Mick.
You know, or he could have even rolled up to the yellow and left him behind the red and give himself an extra shot, but that was never really the shot to play.
Matt Brearley's results already through. He's beaten Partab Singh convincingly, 10 frames to 2.
He's playing well, Matt. He played well against Lee Washbrook as well.
Yeah, I was on commentary with Matt last night, and I did say to him that I've never really seen him throw in a bad performance. He's just so consistent.
Yeah, he's solid, yeah.
And while I was with him, he told me he was 25 to 1. So I went out and saw the bookie, and he offered me 28 to 1. So I thought I'd better have just a little tickle, you know.
Yeah.
Little interest bet.
No time limit now. Shot.
Yeah, great stuff from Partab. Again, recognise that people are joining us throughout the evening with Beard Productions. My name is Nick Finn. I'm with Rob Chilton on commentary. We're live from Savannah in Whitefield, just north of Manchester. We're covering the STRN Open. It's the inaugural STRN tournament. It's a £100 a man buy-in. £7,000 in the prize pool. It's £2,500 to the winner, who will be crowned tomorrow evening, somewhere around, well, the plan is sometime around about 8:30 tomorrow evening. Races to 10 in the winners section, races to 7 in the losers. Got Paul Moulding on production, and George Sartorian is on the #1 camera. The roving eyes in the sky. See Greg Batten just watching. Hopefully you had a safe journey home, Greg.
Has he left, has he?
Yeah,
back?
Pretty sure he left. So his journey back was nowhere near as bad as his journey up.
Mine was shocking, but
yeah,
his must have been terrible.
Ours was pretty bad. He took 7 hours yesterday to get up. And then turned up and had to get his cue out and start playing straight away.
Took me 4 hours to get here, and then when I finished last night I drove to Mick's house. That took me nearly 2 hours.
Oh goodness.
And the M62 was closed. I think Mick could if Sands plays this well, Mick's in trouble after this shot, because he'll come off the side rail, hit the yellow half ball, and then nestle. So it'll put it basically off the jaw and close to the pocket and nestle the white in between the other yellow and red. And Mick won't really have a shot. So if he plays this well, he could get Mick in trouble. If he plays it well. Let's have a look.
Also, a lot of the England players in action.
Oh, is it too thick?
England players in action over the last couple of days. Then in the home nation, it's just, I don't know, kind of 15 miles south of here.
He's got back, Greg. Good man.
Yeah.
God, he must be shattered. He spent 15 hours driving and 3 hours playing pool in a day.
Yeah. His new nickname, the Pac-Man.
Yeah, he did well winning that event. I watched it. It was good.
Yeah, really
Good to watch. It was really good. Lee Killen is 4-3 up according to the scores. I'm not sure if that's live or not.
No, I think they're just... some of these are live and some are just a bit behind.
Are they?
Yeah,
Liam Dunster's showing 3-all, but I think that was a while ago.
That was, yeah. Again, we'll see if we can get some more updates shortly. Someone asking how the Welsh boys are doing. We should have tuned in last night. We had 3 of them in action in all 3 matches last night. All still in. Well, I say all. Ben Davis is still there on the winner's side. Jordan Shepherd's still there on the loser's side. And Craig Marsh is also still there.
I won't be winning this one, Greg. I just got beat, mate. Cheers anyway. Mick has picked off a few frames. He's Sanjay 1 and 2 balls, hasn't he? He's probably won 6 frames, probably 5 of them is Sanjay having 1 ball on all the black, hasn't he?
Yeah, it just shows the opportunities he's had. These kind of clearances are like shell MPs for Mick Hill.
Yeah, it's not like devastating, but he's just punishing him when he misses.
And is that the first time in the match that Mick's got himself a 2-frame lead?
I think it is, yeah. It's been 1 frame and it all along.
Talking to Matt Brearley, there he is, posing for the cameras, advertising Savannah.
He'll be there for about 5 minutes, won't he?
That's a live picture.
He won't move for a while.
That is the speed that Matt plays at.
Yeah, it suits him and he plays well. So.
He really does, yeah. There's also a ladies' event going on. You can see the live scores through the Q Score page as well.
Shell peas. You ever shelled peas?
I have, yeah.
Oh, have you?
Yeah, yeah. Don't mind a bit of fresh pea, you know. They don't all have to come out of a bag.
Mixed break. Let's see if we get to these well. Oh.
Yeah, you should try it. It's quite therapeutic. You're going to take my word for that, though, aren't you?
Do you fancy reds or yellows? I like the reds.
Yeah, reds.
I like them.
Just
play the red in the middle.
Just a bit less traffic to contend with, isn't there?
Yep.
Yellows are kind of clustered in one area. But he prefers the yellows. And he's run out of position already. Can he see past this? If he can, he's okay.
I think he's blocked it, you know.
Yeah, if he's blocked it, he's in a bit of trouble already.
He needs to play this one down here now. and then take the one next to the black.
Must be able to get through.
No, he's had to swerve that. It's a good shot, but
Yeah, you could see the side take off the top rail.
he's got to play a shot now. He's only played 2 shots and he's.
I know, and
it's awkward already.
That was the point when he took on yellows. You just need the simplest roadmap, and kind of. I just say reds looked a bit easier.
I just didn't like where that yellow was next to the black. You've got to get perfect on that, otherwise it's awkward. Which is why I would have gone red.
He's okay. He's working his way through them. He's favourite to take this frame now.
He'd like to take the one in the middle, but I don't think he'd hold for the other yellow. He's playing cannons again. He's playing for that one in the middle.
Now you kind of feel that
He just seems to be getting tricky by the minute. That's what's happened in a lot of the finishes they've tried to take out. He's running out of position. It's just making it more difficult each time.
It just feels like this one can go wrong now, doesn't it?
He's potted it thin. That's why he's ended up going all the way over there.
And now he's in trouble.
I don't know where he can just drop it in dead weight. That's what he's trying.
He can, you know. Yeah, good shout.
He's potted it thick off the jaw.
He's made hard work of this clearance, but he's still at the table. And just this yellow.
No, he's rolled it.
No, all his tape. I thought that was, for all the world, that was missed.
Needs to get this to stay in the match, really. Shot.
Well, hats off, Sanjay. That was a really good clearance given the shots he had to play. Certainly not textbook, but got the job done, and he's still in touch.
6'5", is unbelievable, really, 6'5".
You feel, if Mick just continues making these mistakes, and if Sanj can actually click, then he could snatch this one. Have we heard how Jason Shaw's getting on? I think he's in action.
I think he was he in the winners' final or something?
He was in the he was on the winners' side final.
I thought he was, yeah.
I think he was in action at around about 6 p.m. So I guess that game's over by now. Let's see if we can find some results from that. And if anyone knows, please let us know. Really interested to keep an eye on how Jason does.
It was a good field there as well. I was looking at the field earlier.
Incredible
really
field.
Good.
Yeah. Well,
we won 11-4.
It's one of the blue chip events over there, isn't it?
Yeah. 11-4. That's a big win as well.
He won 11-4.
Yeah.
Wow.
Cheers, Lee.
So
Lee just posted he won 11-4.
Clenty Kachi. No idea how you pronounce it, but that's what it looks like. Defeats Chang Yun Lin 11-8. And next up on the TV table against Francisco Sanchez Ruiz, and the winner gets Jason Shaw in the final. And that's going to be played at 7 p.m. I think that's Eastern time, so that'll be about midnight here. So Jason's through to the final, and he's got the winner of Francisco Sanchez Ruiz against Clenty Kachi.
He hasn't hit it hard enough.
I don't know who they are, I'll be honest. Not players I'm familiar with.
Is that right now? Is he still beat twice? Winning? I wasn't sure of that. I thought they changed that.
I think he's beat once in the final. I mean, they call it the hot seat, don't they? But I mean, it's.
I don't know. I can't remember.
No. It used to be.
That's what I thought, but I thought they changed it.
Yeah.
It says there, Richard says he has 2 chances to win, so maybe we're wrong. I don't know.
Wow. So it is true double elim right the way through to the final. I mean, they do call it the hot seat, so I guess it's called that for a reason. I think,
yeah.
I was looking at my phone. What? I missed what happened there. Mick broke down. Didn't he?
Yeah, well, no, Mick broke dry.
Oh, he broke
Sanch
dry.
played
Sorry.
his first yellow in the corner. He stunned the red off the back rail, which went near the yellow on the side rail. I don't know whether that creeps past. He made it as a plant, but
Yeah.
once he pots the yellow over the pock, he won't go. So
I mean, it's fabulous to see. I was saying to Paul last night, it's I'm a big fan of Jason Shaw.
yeah, I mean,
and,
I like him. Yeah.
And I mean, he was here. He came here.
Yeah, he came here last year, didn't he?
Last year for the elite, and I had the pleasure of interviewing him. And I just, how do you dominate in that sport? I mean, it's just because he really is, isn't he?
Yeah, he's doing well. Yeah, he's doing well.
You know, I mean, there's just given the size of the pockets in that game, and the
quality
most of these
the
top
field.
players, especially in winter breaks.
Yeah, the quality of that field as well.
Yeah,
When you look
all
at
of
the
those players
in
have the ability to run 7, 8, 9
Yeah.
racks in a row. So
To keep doing it, yeah.
event after event, he just seems to keep dominating.
there. Yeah, he's doing well.
Amazing. Love to see it. It's fantastic.
Sanch played a poor shot there.
So pleased for him.
I think he tried to leave it straight to leave the double.
Yeah.
It's awkward now. In fact, he might have to screw into the red now and try and leave the yellow at the top or something like that.
Can he get enough to screw into the yellow? Is there?
Not sure. Depends how it grips. This cloth is tough to grip. He may be able to pot it thick enough to cannon it. I think he can, yeah. Yeah, I think he can. Yeah. Oh,
No.
it's unlucky,
No.
but he wasn't that
It
shot.
was,
The
yeah.
shot before where he should have left himself dead straight on that yellow.
Yeah.
And then just the double.
Yeah, that's unfortunate because he would have had some kind of shot on a double had he not gone in off. Very unfortunate.
Yeah, it's good that Jason's he's got to be beat twice, so I can't see that happening. Here we go, look. Sandra's 1 ball left on again. Mick has 7,
I know.
6, 5.
As you say, that's 5 or 6 times that's happened. And again, just a formality for Mick.
He's
he
even,
run into the red here?
Yeah, he's even
Yeah.
cannon the red a bit closer, yeah.
Yeah.
Pot it thick with his side.
Just effortless, isn't it? There we go. Mick picks off another one.
7-5.
Laws his 2-frame lead.
Jack Wheeler. Yeah, that's not bad. I'll stick with that. Cheers, Rich. gas pots.
The age-old argument.
Yeah, it's a matter of opinion. Some people say Gaz, some say Mickey. Doesn't. They're both brilliant players, so
Yeah.
I'll just say leave it at that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah. I mean,
Yeah, they're both.
who cares?
You know,
Why does there need to be one or the other that's better? I mean,
some people prefer the way Mick plays. Some people prefer the way Gaz plays.
Yeah, exactly,
You just
yeah,
wanna-
yeah. And at the moment,
I just think it's brilliant next year that there's that, you know, the Players Tour,
yeah, yeah,
and anyone who's anyone can go on it.
yeah,
Pay your money,
Yeah.
and you enter and you play.
yeah,
2 lots of wild rules, 2 lots of black ball rules, and last one probably hybrid or whatever Lee's looking at doing.
yeah.
So I just think, you know what, let all the players play on the same tour. Whoever wins they've done the best that weekend. They've won.
And
There's always the debate: is he better than him? Is he better than him? You know, it's like,
and it's well, we might find out next year because Gaz Potts is going to be playing in it, I think. So
yeah, I'll be amazed if he doesn't like
Yeah.
it. It's a big prize when he's good.
yeah, it is great.
I want
I mean,
I want everyone to play in it. It's
Yeah,
like you
yeah.
want everyone.
of course, yeah, yeah.
Just pay your money and enter, and
Oh, it's going to be huge.
Yeah.
I think it's brilliant, absolutely brilliant. So pleased that the Beard are going to be involved with that one.
how are you?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
I didn't
yeah.
realise.
Signed up to all 5.
How have you? Oh, brilliant.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's going to be great. That's the main reason why I got the queue back here. That's it.
That's fantastic.
Something to practice for.
I mean, Gaz has said several times that there's very little that would bring him back to English 8. Now he's doing Chinese, and here's a tournament that's drawn him out of his English 8 retirement. So there's a lot to be said for that.
Yeah, it'd be hard for him not to play in that because,
Yeah.
you know, the field, the prize, everything.
Well, he's
you know,
in his
because-
club as well, so
Well,
he
yeah,
doesn't even
but-
have to get out of bed, does he? It's
Yeah,
like-
and you know, it's like it's a high-profile event because anyone who's anyone can enter it, and if you win that, you've won. You know, you've won
yeah,
an event where no one can say, "Oh yeah, but half the players weren't there, and it's this and it's that."
I
Just
know.
to be fair, years ago when you won, you know, the IPA when it was years ago, and everyone was on it. You won one. He's won the tour. It wasn't he's won that tour and he's won that tour. You'd won a tour and people. Now it's split and there's all, you know, it's like.
yeah.
So I'm happy for like pay your money, everyone enter, and we'll see what happens with me.
Yeah, it's brilliant. Absolutely
I think it's
fantastic.
great.
Can't wait. And Lee Kendall's got big plans for it as well, so that's great to hear.
Just hope everybody, you know, who says they're entering, enter, and you know, I paid my deposit the other day.
Yeah, awesome.
I think Kenny was after all of it.
Yeah. I like Lee's ambition on this one because he just seems to want to.
I will do it properly.
Yeah, he
because
wants to do
Lee's like it, you know.
everything
old
the best.
school. Yeah,
he's already got Supreme on board. He's already got Strachan on board. you
Yeah,
know,
well,
it's-
Lee's very critical of any event that he goes to. If it's not right, he
Yeah.
will, you know, Lee'll, you know,
Yeah, so
Lee's probably the same as me. He'll moan like about it, so that's a joke
He's-
or this or that.
Yeah, yeah. So
So
he's learnt from loads of
he
other
will-
people's mistakes,
Yeah,
and
he will make sure it's right. Like
yeah, yeah,
I know that for a fact. Because this is, you know, he's in Gaz's reputation. They're running the event there as well. They don't want people going away saying, "Oh, this was a joke." I've only ever heard good things about the events they've run there.
yeah.
You know, I've been there a couple of times, other events, but you know, these, like the amateur event, I thought it was great. I was watching on the stream, and then he looked really good.
Yeah. Anything that can unify the players, bring them together
Well, that's what I think.
into one event is just
that is-
incredible. That's
is
what the game needs.
That's what the problem is, yeah. That
Yeah.
no one, it's just got blue cloth, green cloth, striped balls, and on. He said, it's a bit of a. Are you streaming that game with Boyle and
Yeah,
Cousins? Oh, are you?
yeah, yeah. Another one we're looking forward to. December the 2nd.
Yeah,
We'll
be
be
good match.
all the way over there in Norwich.
Yeah. Yeah, be a good match.
For me, that's this game of the decade.
It's a great game, yeah.
Yeah, I mean that it just outstrips anything that's happened so far in the last 10 years. For me personally,
Yeah.
other people would argue that maybe the Boyle Waddingham 2 or something. You know, I mean they on paper weren't the epics. They turned out to be the epics because of the way they ended up, you know, 30-29.
Yeah.
So they ended up being amazing matches, but on paper, you know, Boyle wasn't quite the player he is now. You know, what a great player, but now we've got, you know, the money match player in Mark Boyle playing the 2 times world champion in Tom Cousins. It's a matchup that a lot of people want to see, and hard to call. If someone someone asked my opinion earlier, I edge Mark because Mark's one of my favourite players, and I just think he's Mr. Consistency. But that game for me is going to be so much about the break. If one person's on their break and the other one isn't, it's game over.
Yeah. This is why it's a shame, like the tour and stuff. You know, that's why I'm so glad. You know, next year anyone can play. You got like Carl Mice hasn't played for 6 years on tours and stuff. Even he's coming back to playing it. You'll see names, you know.
Yeah, I mean that was incredible seeing. I couldn't believe I saw Carl's name pop up.
Yeah.
Again, going back to the game up at Mixed Club, that was the last time I saw Carl Morris, and he didn't seem to have any interest in coming back to the game.
No.
And this is, you know, it's pulled. This is exactly my point. It's pulled great players like yourself and Carl Morris and out of, you know, sort of semi-retirement, and bringing Gaz Potson back into English 8. I mean, it's just brilliant for the game. And
Lee Clough playing as well.
Yeah.
You know, they forget how, you know, Lee Clough was really successful as well on the UK
That's
tour.
right.
The people forget.
Yeah.
They're really, really quick to forget how good these players were and what they were doing when Lee Clough was doing well. Mick Hill was on the tour, Gareth Potts on the tour, you know, myself was on the tour, Phil Avison was on the tour. There's a lot. Tom Cousins was on the tour.
Yeah.
These players were doing really well. You know, it's still tough. I'm not saying it's not tough now, but if you put everyone on that one tour, it's like, you know, that's what you want. That's what it should be.
Yeah.
Because, you know, if anyone's who's anyone, and there's that amount of money on offer, and you're some kind of player, like, to me, you put your money on and you're playing it.
Yeah.
Simple as that.
Yeah.
You're just playing it.
I think it's about as close to mainstream as Pool's been for a long time as well. It's Lee's got great ideas about how he wants to televise it, and I think he wants to get a bit of a panel of people around in the way they do in Sky Sports, talking about football and things like that. So he's got some great ideas about it.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I watched it. And
see how it develops.
I don't really watch that. I watch the money games. I like the money games, and I do watch some of the stream. But that seemed a bit better level, like.
Someone's saying great screen. There's a few people who've been asking about the score.
Yeah, it's 7-6. The other scores.
No, the score on this game, and also saying it's pity about the scoreboard, but the scoreboard is at the bottom of the screen, and if you're watching on any kind of device, there'll be a fact that you've got the chat box over the top of the scoreboard. So if you swipe your finger from one side of the screen to the other, from left to right, that chat line will disappear, and you'll be able to see the score in the game.
Tricky finish here for Mickey. Needs to get round for that yellow.
Gaz Chater said he remembers Chilts on Sky Sports back in 2004.
I should feel old, that. Before that, mate, I was on there before that as well in the England team. That was 96, 97, I think. Can't remember. Forgot about that. Yeah, those were the days, mate. I think we tried canning the black, then he's got a bit thick. It's surreal, really, when you look back. You know, the IPA tour, there was like 2 TV events on Sky, 4,000 the winner. There was another 4 pro events, 2,000 or 3,000 the winner, and you had like 6 tours.
for me, it feels like there's more of a buzz about Paul over the last 12 months than there has been for a good number of years, and it's down to events like this as well.
Yeah.
You know, guys like Zach and Will, Zach
Yeah.
Leonard and Will Coldwell, who are the organisers behind the STRN Open. Their passion for Paul just absolutely shines through.
Yeah, it is,
It's
yeah.
incredible. They've got so much enthusiasm for this tournament, so much enthusiasm for what they want to do with the game and with the STRN brand. It really is great to see, and it's people like that who are going to move this game forward.
Joelton's a clown. It is, yeah, I think it's great. I'd had enough of it like ages ago, but the thought of like, you know, the tour next year and stuff. Does anyone remember?
Do you reckon there's enough to get Ross McInnes? He's just been out to Catalonia and won I think he
Yeah, I
beat
saw him
Jordan
beat.
Shepherd
Yeah,
in
I heard that. Yeah,
the main event. That was great.
yeah, he's still going. I don't think he plays that many.
No, I don't think
I think
so.
I think he runs a few and. He's
I
obviously,
expect he's just living off Michaela's wages now, anyway.
yeah, she played there. Don't quite know what he's tried to do there. He's going to play the double now, though. Just leave it, stun it in.
Bit of a wry chuckle. Mick looks over towards us, and I don't think it'd be too much trouble. I mean, doubles for Mick.
Yeah, it's just these cushions, though, because they're square, you're not sure how to play them sometimes. They go straight. That's how you play them.
Yeah, that's how you play them, yeah. Great stuff, and Mick, he's starting to stretch his legs now.
Yeah, he did play McCarthy for money. I think it was in Leeds.
Who was that?
Selby. Oh, Derek Murphy's playing again. That's good. I actually played him in the very last IPA tour. Well, before the split, I played him in the final. Remember that? And I thought he'd packed in. Like. He's a good player, Derek. Yeah, Derek Murphy. There's loads of players who stop playing, and you know the list. They don't just stop playing because they can't play anymore. They stop playing because they're fed up.
Yeah.
Some players, a lot of players, they just have enough, and I think, you know what, I don't want to do this anymore. But when something comes along, like as you say, next year, a lot of people think, I want some of that. I'll have a game of that.
A couple of other results just come through. Adam Griffiths has beaten Chris Dyson. Chris has been solid. He was the first one here this morning. He was here certainly by 8 o'clock this morning, having a really good warm-up.
Steve Sanders, another name. Yeah, he's a good player.
But he moves to the losers' side, and also Craig Marsh through.
Marsh is through.
So he's through to the last 16. Beat Matt Schofield 10-7.
They started the losers matches yet, or losers side?
I don't think there's any tables available. I might be
It's
wrong.
9 o'clock session, yeah.
Yeah, it's 9. So
Best money player I've seen. Appleton. Not yet, Matt. Bit early, mate. I've only been at it 4 weeks. Holt's back as well. Bloody hell, they're all coming back. All coming back. Holtzy. Yeah, Fry was a brilliant player. Needs to hold up. Another chance chance of a finish for Sanj. He needs this to keep in.
So I can tell you that the stream game, the 9 PM stream game, obviously we're running a little bit late, but it'll be the next game on after this is going to be Gavin Robinson against Hassan Ali. And that's going to be the last game of the evening. We start back again at 9 AM tomorrow morning.
I'm not sure, Scott. He was there. I remember that was the last time I actually saw him. He was at your event in Northampton, Scott, but I haven't seen him since. John Fleming. You know how I do, Max? It's going back some years. He played Terrion for money. I think he beat him. Oh my God, Alec McAlpine. No way. Can't believe that. You know, Alec, I totally forgot about that. God, how old am I? Play me Rob and Dave Chalmers against Brew and Co. The Commonwealth Club.
Oh dear, Sanj is
Neil Blake is
probably
another.
run out of position here.
Yeah, chasing finishes. I think, does he go at the... No, he's snookered. Thought he might be able to... Hi Alec, hope you're okay, mate. Been a long time, that, mate.
That's a good recovery, but he's back in
Yeah,
exactly
he's back
the same
place.
situation.
But the only benefit is if he's got a toll. I'm not saying yes, Matt, because my phone won't stop ringing after watching me this weekend. So I'll have to wait a bit. Once I played a few events next year, mate, then yeah, we'll see.
David Tuck asking what the prize fund is. It's £7,000 in the pool, 2,500 to the winner.
Disco. Rob, last one. Right, the question's you, pal. Would it be as good as Pottsall Hill? Well, yes, I'm in Blackpool next month, mate. The kids dancing. 25th, I think, Matt. Over there, yeah. Cost me a fortune. Yeah, I've no doubt, like, Selby be a great player. He was a great player at 8-ball anyway when he played the tournaments I went to and the World Championships, obviously. There's more snooker in money.
Yeah, yeah.
There's more money in snooker rather, so it'd be daft to play 8-ball.
Now we do actually have a couple of scores coming through on the losers round. Dean Shields currently 5-1 up against Jordan Shepherd. Jordan's definitely been a bit out of sorts this weekend.
Yeah.
He's struggling with his cue. But he's currently 5-1 behind, so he's going to have to put in a sterling effort if he wants to get back into that one.
Try to get beyond that. I think it gives him another shot, but
Yeah.
yes, Max still got the same cue, but I want to have it fixed because I cut the end off. So it's a maple shaft now. And Mick's mopping up again to sand with 2 balls on.
David Tuck saying he
Oh, Max.
the days when Mick Hill played Brian Halcrow.
Yeah, he did, yeah. He played him for a few. I remember Mick going up there. I didn't go.
Brian will take a game off anyway, won't he?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, he played Mark Farnsworth a while ago, didn't he? He would just play anybody. He loves the game.
Max, I saw the end of it again as well. I took it to Dean Dean Jones and Brothers and Watts. I said, right, I want the replica because I'd cut the shaft off. So I said, right, I need a new shaft. I want the same butt, but I want the exact dimensions. So I used the maples. So I did me a maple shaft. I picked it up about 4 weeks ago. I played with it. I thought that shaft is thicker than the other, and also the Q seems longer. I spoke to Dean. He said, yeah, I left it, a little bit longer just in case it was no good. I said, well, it's thicker as well. He said, yeah, I did it a bit thicker. I said, mate, I said, right. So I got in the garage. I cut an inch off the end of it with a saw. glued the obviously the thing at the bottom, the rubber at the bottom. It's like not rubber, it's like leather.
Yeah.
And I took it back and he took it down to the same size. And Washy's playing Chris Hampson. Yeah, Chris Hampson. No, he's not. Who's Washy playing next?
Washy's playing Christopher Hutton.
That's it, Chris Hutton, yeah. And Gareth Hibbert's a very good player. Yeah, it is me, Lee. B&W Chilts. No, it's Dean Jones Q's, Pezza. That's gone now. It's Dean Jones Q's now, mate. Nick's mopping up. Perfect. Evening, Andy. He's meant to be on at 9, Matt, but it's running a little bit late.
So Mick with these last couple of balls.
Yeah, I think he's going to jack up then and just punch it in, but yeah, he's still going to do it now. You just punch it a little bit.
Last couple of balls to get himself on the hill.
Hill on the hill.
I want to see Mick Hill playing Jason Hill, getting to 9-all. Just so I can say it's Hill.
Yeah, I'm good, Andy, yeah? Yeah, I'm good, mate. Too many Appletons about there, isn't there? Hey? Too many of them. What happened against Washy? He fluked me, mate. Daylight robbery. No, he played all right, mate. That's all I'm going to say. Waddingham or Farnsworth. It's one of those, mate. Whoever plays well on the day, but Craig's played well for when he's so obviously has Mark. It's one of those. It's a money game in the day, it's on the day. Somebody could wake up, not feel very well. You could first few frames, he doesn't feel it, and then all of a sudden you've lost,
Are you up here? You up here this evening as well, or it depends how what he does, or you?
Well, I'm hoping he gets pumped. I'm hoping he gets pumped so I can go home tonight. No, I think I'll start mix. I think I'll watch the boxing and I'll hang around. Like.
Yeah.
Nine six. No, I've gone, Lee. Useless. Well, it wasn't useless. I got better as the weekend got on, but
I think that's going to be game over.
Yeah, this is as good as over. Steve, we've already had one you lost.
A friend of mine just asking if there's any chance of the ref's phone number. I'll definitely pass it on. But
we'll ask Gareth a bit about that. Yeah. Even though he's missing.
Yeah, Gareth's somewhere in the room. In fact, he's about 5 yards to my left-hand side, so he probably has something to say. But,
Mick just has one shot to play and it's all over.
So it's been a mixed bag, hasn't it? I mean, it's mixed bag from both players, really. I mean, Sanjay, well,
I think Mick's just played match play, really.
Yeah.
Just punished him when he's got 1 or 2 balls on.
Yeah. And Sanjay, well, he wouldn't have ever thought he'd have got this many chances when the match started. But he was in touch for most of the game.
Yeah.
And just falling away at the end. Seemed to break down on a few too many frames at the crucial point. So it's Mick Hill that's going to move into the last 16. And good effort there from Sanjay.
Yeah, he just missed. He missed. You know, the last ball he kept losing position. I think he just missed his chance.
Sorry for putting you through that.
Yeah, Mick's just apologised for running through that.
Yeah, and Sanjay moves across into the loser's side. Yeah, Mick just came over and said, sorry to have to put you through it, but he's going to be back in action tomorrow morning. But that's it for, we're going to take a sort of 5 or 10 minute break before we're back with Gav Robinson playing Hassan Ali. So we get another chance to see the young man in action, the young 17-year-old. It's an absolute pleasure, Rob. Anytime I do commentary with you, you see the game like nobody else I ever commentate with. It's
I've only got one eye, that's why I can't see.
It's an absolute pleasure, and I look forward to the next time we get together.
Okay.
Thanks very much for your time and and all the interaction with the chat box.
Yeah, I didn't get too much abuse, did I?
No, I don't think so, mate. It's been great to spend time with you. See you again soon,
Yeah, no
and
problem.
we'll be back on stream in just about 5 or 10 minutes.
They all think pool's an easy game. It's far from easy.
It's a bit like playing chess but with balls.
No one remembers second place today.
The atmosphere is amazing.
Everybody gets on, everybody's friendly.
Everyone's sort of in it for each other.
It's all based around a pub game.
Get to meet people from all over the country.
It's a great venue. The table layout as well is just amazing.
First night they had like a disco, I've never seen that.
Everyone's got a chance to win something.
The format is brilliant with the gold, silver and bronze.
The game off board is growing, eh?
The standard of women's pool is just getting better and better.
It doesn't matter whether you play badly or play well, you just want to keep playing.
I love it.
Really good fun.
A really good weekend away. To go out and Blackpool afterwards.
Everybody wants a piece of the Golden 8 Ball.
It's definitely the best one that we've ever been to.
Certainly the best one I've ever been to.
We'll be back next year.